We're out in wild West Wales where mythical animals abound. Along with the better known red dragon, a black lion is an emblem from the mists of time of the great Welsh chiefs. Today the black lion echoes down the years mainly as a pub sign, but perhaps it still has a resonance in the consciousness of the Welsh, for farmers in this part of Pembrokeshire are convinced there is a live one that's killing their sheep.
I do have an experience with the cat. After many years of keeping sheep, we've lost ewes and lambs with predation by foxes, badgers and other carrion. But end of October this year it was totally different. And I went to check my sheep, which I checked the night before, and it was a yearling ewe which weighed approximately 100 and a quarter. It was stripped bare. The right shoulder was ripped out of the socket, and the dead ewe was there. But it was clawed back. All the wool was clawed back, and there were big claw marks down. And after this was reported, I found out that this was the modus operandi of a big cat. If they killed a calf, if they killed a sheep, they liked clean meat, and so they rolled back the pelt off a calf, or they rolled back the wool off a ewe. We've come up with 11 confirmed sightings in this area.
There is not much video evidence of British big cats, and all of it is fuzzy and out of focus. However, in 2009, an off-duty policeman, PC Chris Swallow, filmed this animal on his mobile phone in Argyllshire. He says it was as big as a Labrador. The sightings in Wales persuaded Sporting Rifle editor Peter Carr to come down and see if he can find the animal.
Well, there's been reports of a big cat and plenty of killings of stock here. I was quite sceptical at first, but some colleagues gave a bit of credence to the big cat killings. So I came down and had a look. I had a word with some of the guys before I came down here, and they were quite convinced, and they have been losing stock. So I came down, had a look, and prepared to give it a try for a week to see if we could catch up with this cat. We've used the spy cams over the baits. We've put a number of baits out. You can see the baits are actually wired. They're just a small wire strand just to keep the bait there. So if anything does come and tries to drag the bait off, it's just going to hold it enough to make a mess around the bait. It's quite wet ground, and we get a bit of an idea what's there, because there's not a spy cam on every bait. We've put a number of baits out. Spy cams are in an ideal world, we'd have a spy cam on every one, but unfortunately it's not an ideal world, and budgets are tight.
Why have you decided that, for example, this particular place would be a likely place for a cat?
Well, there's 3 farms quite close to here, and there's the clusters of killings in this area over the last year or so. So we've basically put the baits where there have been kills before, but these are within the clusters that we've marked on the map.
And do cats like to move around with this kind of woodland cover behind them, or do they move around in the open?
Well, again, this is British countryside, so it's a displaced animal, so we're just going on what experience I've had in Africa, and here the cat's been seen in these areas, the killings have been in these areas, and we've put all the baits near or exactly in the same position where kills have been made before, so we know the cat has been active here.
Peter has backup. His friend Steve Sweeting is trained in how to use a dart gun on dangerous animals.
We've got the darts with the drug in them. We would then need to be within a good distance. We haven't got the kind of range that we would have with a full-bore rifle. So, ideally I'd really want to be within perhaps 40 yards maximum. That's where it becomes difficult. It would be particularly difficult with a leopard. I'm not at all convinced that there is a leopard here, but leopards would be unpleasant animals to dart, especially in a place like this where if it decided that it didn't like being darted and instead of running away ran towards us, then obviously as a last resort we would have to shoot it.
So does Pete reckon he is in with a chance?
If it is a big cat, it's been released, somebody's been keeping this thing illegally, and it's been released. I don't go with the opinion of some people that they're actually perpetuating in the wild. I just don't think that'd happen. There's too many gamekeepers out lamping. Okay, they would say, well, if it's been shot at, it's lamp shy. I can understand that, but we're using night vision on the night. You know, the cat can't see the night vision, so, you know, like I say, we're just applying what principles we can to what is possibly a big cat.
After nearly a week in Pembrokeshire, Pete's hidden camera produces evidence of a team effort that may explain the big cat legend. Foxes, badgers and magpies are stripping the meat. And he discovers the footprints of muntjac deer, which were unknown in Wales until recently. He reckons a muntjac in the dark could fool even experienced country folk such as these farmers into thinking they had seen a cat. But then Pete also admits he could be wrong.